We're so glad to be able to be here, to be able to see God in the right perspective, being able to celebrate who He is and what He's done and what He's preparing us for. And so I want to make sure that I remind you God's not dead, so that's what we're going to start off with. All right? God's not dead, no, 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 He's alive. God's not dead, no, 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 He's alive. God's not dead, no, 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 He's alive. Feel it in my hands, feel it in my feet, feel it in my heart, feel it in my soul. Feel it all over me. It is wonderful to know that He really is alive and can be felt through every decision we make and every step that we take. And so one day, I know, but it's okay. You said grandma or pop? You said. So in Majesty, we are on 482, and in Living, it is 426. Because one day we will be dwelling in Beulah land. But the wonderful thing is that it's a rest that we've earned and that we can appreciate and know that God's timing is perfect. So it's 482 in Majesty and 426 in Living. So we're going to do Far Away, Let the Storm, and Viewing Here. All right? All right. Far away, the noise of strife upon my ear is falling. Then I know the sin of her be set on every hand. Down and near and things of earth in vain to me are calling. Israel's and don't like the manna so much. Yeah. But one thing is, my stomach's not growling. But I really appreciate being able to do our Sunday school themed songs, because I can do that without looking at people. I can do that without having to pay attention to their demeanors, because I can just, those things, they take me back to the excitement of just knowing who God is and knowing where He's brought me from and knowing that I can keep fighting. You know, I really appreciate everyone's prayers. And I know it's so hard for me to really, in trying to respect how people handle loss. I really try not to talk about death, but death is a part of life. Death is a part of who we are and what we have to deal with. You know, and the thing is that in the situation with my uncle, I really learned a lot about God's mercy and His grace. And just knowing really how intimate He is at that time of somebody's life. You know, not only for those that are to be left, but for those that's gonna say goodbye, that this is gonna be their last trek. My uncle, he fought for over 14 days with having to be resuscitated 3 times. One time for 12 minutes he was under. And they brought him back, and they definitely thought for sure there was brain damage, and you know, he wouldn't be able to recover and everything like that. So the family was totally ready. And I told Pastor, I said I was praying for his safe passage and just to have him ready to go. And he woke up and he talked. And my mom was there, and she sang the Lord's Prayer, and she sang the song she loves to sing about peace. And she sang that song while he was supposed to be brain dead, and he raised his arms as giving praise to God. And so they really thought, hey, he's out of the woods. And so the thing was that during that, but right before that, I was praying, Lord, please just let him go. He's fought a good fight. He's tired. He's ready to go. And then when he turned it around, the Lord just reminded me, he doesn't leave until I'm ready for him to go. You know, is that this is not about him being tired. You know, it's about people understanding how powerful I am and that I can do some mighty things. You know, and so the thing was is that it allowed some of his siblings that hadn't got up there, because everybody handles death differently. Some people get angry, some people get isolated, you know, and all of this. And so having 9 brothers and sisters that had to come to deal with this, and his daughters and his twin boys, and you know, all this family that had to deal with it, the Lord allowed them to come and deal with it, you know, in their own way, even though people were saying, well, you waited so long, or, you know, or whatever, because some people didn't want, or normally they wouldn't come at all, you know, but everybody that he wanted to talk to, at some point or another, he got to talk to them, you know, whether it was on the phone or whether it was in person. And they had the ventilator on, they had the tube down his throat, so that's when they took it out. It was like, we're going to just let him go. And so they took it out, and that's when he woke up, and that's when he started talking, and that's when he started raising his hands in praise. But they definitely thought that he was just going to slip off, but that just wasn't what he did. And the thing is that his daughter was still struggling with him saying goodbye, but she helped him to transport him to hospice. And then when they did that, it was just a more comfortable environment. Everybody, they called, they said, I think this really is it, you know. And they came, they said their goodbyes, and it was it, you know. So he died at 12:30 Sunday night, Sunday night or Monday morning. And, you know, the thing is that it was peaceful, but it was difficult for those that were trying to minister during that time. You know, it's hard to be strength for everybody, you know, but the wonderful thing is that it's okay and that you understand that if you present Jesus the way you should, or the way that he is, they will learn to rely on him. They will learn to depend on him and not you, so that you get your chance to mourn. So that's the thing that I'm asking you guys to pray about, is to please pray that my mom can mourn, you know, and that she's not so busy helping other people out that she can't mourn the loss of her baby brother. You know, but the wonderful thing is that she knows she's not alone. She knows that he was born again, so she knows she's going to see him again. She knows there's no more suffering. You know, and those are supposed to be things that we comfort ourselves in. But sometimes that still doesn't bring comfort. And there's not much more you can do, you know, when that happens. But I'm just thankful that the Lord showed me, you know, that he was still in control, that he still made everything happen. You know, and they're still having some turmoil down there, but the thing is that we're just praying and asking the Lord to take care of it. You know, but the wonderful thing is that I am glad that God is not dead. His promises do not fall short. You know, and like I said, and I'm sorry, you know, that whatever's on your plate right now, that you struggle with that excitement, you know, with that confidence, with that surety. You know who it is that saved you and why he saved you. Because the thing is, he saved you for a reason that, I don't know. So like I said, I'm not going to keep talking, but I just want you guys to know that God loves you. Amen. That we love you. God is doing some awesome things, whether it's painful, stressful, frustrating, you know, or whatever. But like I said, you lose when you give up. You know, you lose. Everybody around you can do everything to try to help you. But like I said, if you don't want to change, you know, you're not going to change what everybody does, you know. And so the thing is that I just really want you guys to understand that the God we serve is so awesome. You know, I was hoping Audrey was going to come in. Because the thing is there are songs that, like I said, I can only sing with her. Because the thing is, like I said, is that the God we serve, man, I'm telling you, he is so worthy to be praised and exalted. And like I said, when we walk around defeated, you know what people are thinking, right? They're thinking like, what happened to you? You know, and so they're thinking that somebody did something to you that you are a sourpuss about. And I'm serious, I'm just, like I said, sometimes, like I said, I think that if we could say thank you to God, even in the hard times, you'd be surprised how soon those hard times turn around. You know, and I mean it. I mean, like I said, is that your teaching something. Like I said, I constantly tell my kids and my teachers, you're saying something. Every time you walk into a room, you're saying something. Just make sure you're saying what you're supposed to say. You know, and it doesn't mean just with your words, by your body language, by your reference, you know, and everything like that. That is so important. But I want to sing about our God is an awesome God, and because he is. And like I said, I think he's worth being praised, you know, even if it's a sad time, you know, even if it's a hard time. But I'm going to first I got confidence to build some time. Because like I said, he's taken me through my wilderness, he's taken me through my valleys, he's taken me through our mountains, and he's always been true, he's always been faithful. And I'm just so happy that I get to do this journey and still end up in heaven. This is the worst it's going to get. You know, I still got heaven waiting for me, so, you know, I am truly excited about that, that assurance of that. I got confidence, my Lord is gonna see me through. No matter what the case may be, I know my Lord is gonna fix it for me, because